Bacteria, viruses, and tiny protozoa are well known. These microscopic agents may be tracked as they enter our systems and cause harm to our organs. We're learning more and more about how our bodies fight off these invaders, and we've developed a smart chemical that can aid in the battle.
Side effects are common when there are effects. Automobiles allow people to move about more easily, but they may also lead to health problems including obesity, automobile accidents, and even death, as well as contribute to pollution. Burning fossil fuels may keep the economy afloat in the short term, but they have a long-term impact on the environment. The use of technology in education has side effects that extend from the classroom to the lecture hall and beyond, just as there are in childcare.
Chinese leadership have succumbed to the lure of creating money to pay off soaring debts. Inflation decimated dynasties following dynasties, with both the Mongols and Mao Zedong's communists capturing power in a land plagued by depreciated paper.
In places with minimal rainfall, dry air, ample sunlight, permeable soil, and high temperatures, the majority of succulent plants are found. Because of these conditions, plants have developed thicker stems, leaves, and even roots in order to better retain water from the intermittent rainfall. NYC is the abbreviation for New York City. It is referred to as the Big Apple because of its size and global impact. In the city, you'll find the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, Broadway, Wall Street, and the New York Stock Exchange.
Ever since I remembered, father woke up at 5 every morning, made us all breakfast and read newspaper. After that, he would go to work. He worked as a writer. It was a long time before I realized he did this for a living. Two-thirds of the population say they have had nightmares that keep repeating the same scenes or events. A common occurrence in these nightmares is being hunted, discovering oneself nude in public or caught in the center of a natural calamity, or having your teeth knocked out from under you. Due to disagreements with shipping companies, fuel providers, and the Port Authority of Lisbon, the Parnaso has remained anchored in Portuguese seas since 2017. The Parnaso, which had been managed by BSM, was taken into custody by a maritime court in Lisbon in August 2018. Although he is best known as a political philosopher, Karl Marx was also an accomplished journalist throughout the 19th century. Marx covered a wide range of themes during his 11 years as a contributing writer for the New York Tribune. They began working together in 1852.
Clothing, linens, and curtains all benefit from the usage of an iron. Permanent press is a setting on an electric iron that may be adjusted to either hot or warm or cold. A heated iron is all that is needed to refresh the look of some garments that have been permanently pressed. Others are composed of fabrics that are readily wrinkled and require a hot iron to be pushed into place. This course introduces students to the legal system in the United Kingdom and the changes it has undergone over its history. In this course, you'll learn about how the common law of England, the legal system in England, and the legal components of constitutional forms of government evolved over time.
Scientists have developed an artificial intelligence algorithm that is better able to anticipate the amount of knowledge kids are gaining through instructional video games. An AI training approach known as multitask learning is applied in the enhanced model, which might be used to enhance both education and student results.
This crisis almost brought down the Roman state at Cannae, and according to historian Polybius, it was only because of what he referred to as the Roman constitution's extraordinary qualities that it survived.
Non-verbal communication abilities include understanding and interpreting facial expressions. Listening to someone's words isn't always enough to get a full picture of what they're saying. Our facial expressions frequently reveal more about us than our words ever could.
Using fruit juice as a concentrate for winemaking was a great way to use fruit. Several bootleggers in the United States were able to profit from this harvest. That lasted only a short time though, as the government intervened and outlawed the selling of grape juice, halting the clandestine manufacturing of wine. The American wine business came to a grinding halt when vineyards were no longer grown.
Human stem cells and a bioengineered scaffold were used to create a human thymus, an important immune system organ. This is a key step in creating artificial thymi that might be utilized as transplants, as demonstrated by their research.
Over 1,900 miles of urban and desert landscape make up the border between Mexico and the United States. There is a lot of drug trafficking and illegal border crossing in both rural and urban regions. Cities like El Paso, Texas and San Diego, California have a high crime rate.
For the first time, a speedier path to traverse the Solar System has been identified by scientists. Comets and asteroids near Jupiter might travel to Neptune's distance in less than a decade and to 100 astronomical units in less than a century if they use these pathways to their destination. Spacecraft might be sent to the extreme regions of our planetary system rather quickly, and near-Earth objects could be monitored and understood.
With the increasing number of innovations in the field of AI, we can surely say that we are going to witness a lot of development and miracles in our lives. Probably, the employment patterns and schemes might entirely change. We might have an employment revolution.
A comparable scourge destroyed the population of the Byzantine Empire 800 years before the plague outbreak known as the Black Death killed up to 20 million people in Western Europe. Between 541 and 544 AD, the Justinian plague broke out, called after Emperor Justinian I, who was infected but survived.